for today's cup of coffee, we're going to be doing freeform.
Yes.
Because this will be uploaded on a Friday. And it's been a hell of a week. And
it has been.
Yeah, I bet everybody else has had a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Everything from black market antibiotics to everything else.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do an overview of it. I actually thought I had a cryptid sighting last night.
You thought you had a cryptid?
I did. Because it was a matter of being out on the porch and hearing neighbor dogs howling and barking and going on, which has been going on for a while.
That's almost that's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Every day and every night thing.
But it was worse than normal. And because we do have a herd of deer that often live in our yard, it was a matter to see if it was that, but also where we have cats and not knowing whether all the cats were in the house. And so have flashlight outside.
Yeah.
And I had shined it across the road, and it's this bright orange. And I thought, what the fuck is that? And I didn't have my glasses on, and because I have astigmatism, things kind of run together.
Yeah.
And so it was a matter of moving the flashlight. Whatever it was stationary. And I thought,
like, something's sitting there staring at me.
Well, I thought it was
menacingly.
Odd. Because usually if it's an animal's eyes, they're not orange. Mm-hmm. And there's usually a space between them. And there wasn't on this. And I thought, well, that's peculiar.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe they've got their lawnmower sitting over there. Because they do random, hell, we can't see anything, and we got in one in our backyard. And maybe it's a reflector on that. So today when I was out on the porch, went and looked across the yard, no lawnmower. But instead of going out to hell and going, oh, I saw something, it was a matter of going back out tonight, doing this, sitting in the same place, shining the light at the same place. So there the orange glow was again. So it's got to be a reflector either on a fence post or their kids' playhouse or something.
Yeah, you had me stick my head out there too and look.
Sure, because it's always good to have somebody checking, second guess.
Yeah.
Or check.
I couldn't tell what it was, but it's not any cryptid
it's
or
not
animal.
An animal.
Yeah.
And this is what happens a lot of times when people have some kind of paranormal sighting. They just sort of... it's like, oh, it was this, it was that. Well, it wasn't a damn owl, I can tell you that.
It's not an owl.
But we have been watching, and we do this quite often, a lot of the compilations of different, short videos, whether it's TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
It used to be Vine. And not naming names, because there are channels that's
TikTok
what they do.
TikTok used to be Musical.ly.
Okay.
TikTok used to be Musical.ly, and before TikTok picked up or Musical.ly, Vine was a thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's similar.
Yeah.
And that some people's channel, that's what they do. They present these videos, and whether it's supposed to be ghosts or cryptids or whatever it is. And one of the channels, they let whoever decide. Mm-hmm. And it's like, check this out, let us know what you think, and that's their shtick.
Yeah.
Other channels, not so ethical. They sort of encourage people to believe that it's whatever.
Oh yeah, Chills is one of those. But
God love him.
God love him.
I haven't watched his channel in a long time, but it's like...
I can't.
I think he's a good kid. I really do. I think he's got some problems.
I think he's autistic.
He very well may have the tisms. He really may. I think he's a good kid. I mean, he's got millions of followers. But what's
still
sad?
Autistic?
What's sad is he's sort of like Review Bra in the fact that some people will subscribe to them just to taunt them. Who wants to put forth that much effort? I think that's kind of sick and twisted. But when people do those things, that really puts the paranormal community, those that are truly searching for these things, people that truly have these experiences, then people don't believe them. They think it's another one that's just like, oh, you're doing this for clicks or views or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also to have that healthy skepticism to where you are willing to go out and investigate these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Personally, I was glad that it was something that was stationary. That it was a reflector.
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
me too. Me too, because, like, hell no, I'm not going to have a cryptid near my house.
No, I'd rather not, especially since you was up there calling the Squatch. And it's like, hell no, I don't want no Squatch down here on me.
I would rather have Bigfoot than some of the other cryptids.
Yeah. But
at least I know Bigfoot is friendly-ish.
Some of the videos, and I'm like, it's like, let us know what you think. And a lot of them, honest to God, my first thought is meth head. Yeah.
You had meth head show up at the door the other day.
I did have meth head show up at the door. And if you've never dealt with addiction and stuff like that, it is a truly heartbreaking situation. We know this individual. But it's also when somebody is on meth, you don't let them in your house.
Yeah.
You do have to watch and make sure, because it is no longer that person.
Mm-hmm.
It is a form of possession. We've seen this.
And we don't know if he's still using or not.
Oh, he was using. He was using.
He probably is.
Yeah.
But
God love him. And he'll probably end up back in jail again.
Yeah. But I couldn't just
no.
leave him on the side of the road that one day.
Oh, I understand. I understand that. And that was just like, for him to want fuel. I didn't have any fuel. What we had was mixed with oil because it was for the weed eater.
It's not... He's not a bad guy.
No, he's not a bad guy.
He's just broken.
Uh-huh.
And so...
That's true of all these addicts.
Yeah.
And we do understand. But you have to have some
you gotta
common
have
sense.
And you gotta have, like, a good, like, healthy boundary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But no, he was using it. It's not hard to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, it is for people, I guess, that have not... it's like, oh, look, he's got a neurological problem. No, he's tweaking.
Mm.
But unfortunately, those who do have neurological problems, a lot of times they're accused of being, on some kind of substance. So, discernment.
I've gotten asked if I was tweaking before.
It's because you have a tremor.
No, I think I was fidgeting or something like that.
Well, there's a lot of things.
Because my anxiety was through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, I was like verging on panic attack.
Right.
So it's like, it was like either...
Bouncy.
Yeah.
You're bouncy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you have any symptoms that you would be on some kind of substance.
No.
And that's... But again, to the untrained eye. Because I've had to deal with this for many years now. In various and sundry ways.
I just told them, no, I just have really bad anxiety disorder.
Right. And that's a common thing. That is a very common thing. So, another thing we wanted to discuss was night terrors and nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the difference is... maybe the level of panic, because a night terror, and I had those when I was a kid. I still periodically have them, and it's one of those that you wake up and just sweating, shaking.
It's
yeah.
You wake up from
Very
vivid, dead sleep, cold sweat, drenched, shaky, panicked.
And they are very
freaked
lucid.
The fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a fun experience. And then nightmares, you can have, it's a lesser degree of that.
I have literally, like, jolted awake before. Like, full on jumped up.
Yeah. Yeah. Those kind are kind of horrific.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm doing good because I have not had the sleepwalking for quite a few years.
I've never sleepwalked.
So, but now, kid had nightmares. Last night, would you describe them as nightmares or night terrors?
I have no idea because it was weird because I couldn't get into, like, what felt like a truly deep sleep last night, but also, like, I was able to dream, so apparently I was able to get into some sort of deep sleep.
Right.
So, but the nightmares were fucking horrible, and it was, like, very similar to House of a Thousand Corpses, for those who have ever seen that, where like a house full of crazy people who are
Homicidal.
like, yeah, homicidal.
Yeah. Not only that, they were very sadistic.
Very.
Yeah, I saw it once and I'm like, no, not again.
I mean, like, I think I've seen it twice. No. I think I've seen it 3 times my whole life, probably. 3 times.
Rob Zombie's movies are just really... No.
And it's never usually given me nightmares.
Right.
So I don't know why I would have a nightmare, like, back-to-back nightmares.
Yeah, those are bad.
About that sort of thing.
Waking up and then going back into the same theme.
Yes.
Same dream.
Going right back into the storyline, just continuing on.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck? No, you're supposed to stop this.
Yeah.
Go on to another story. This
Yeah.
ain't fucking cool. And like, it was so fucking my day up, man.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get rest. Plus, you're trying to deal with your rational brain, trying to make sense of what happened during the dream state, which rational brain is kind of shut down during that.
Yeah. Like, it's like full on fucking panic mode when...
Right.
And that's a very scary thing when... It's like, you know it's a dream, because I had that. It's like, at some point, it was like, oh shit, I know it's a dream. Why ain't y'all fucking stopping?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like you hear a lot of these people, it's like, oh, you can control your dreams. You need to do this and you need to do this. That's not always possible.
No, it's not possible. And it's the most fucking scary thing in the world when you feel it's a purely helpless thing
And vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it is
like
what's going on in the world
truly
today.
Like, oh shit, prey mode. Like, you are the prey.
But that's one of the things, if you can get yourself to pray during the dream state, which again, it's very difficult because everything that's going on in the world today, that's not uncommon to feel vulnerable, to feel helpless. So, but that's part of these dark forces that are attacking everybody. They feed on fear. They truly do. And yeah.
All I know is I like... Just all day today, I don't know, and I don't know if it was because of the nightmares that I had last night, but all day today, it's just been a just struggle bus.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've got a lot of people that are doing that, especially those of y'all that are younger. And that's where those of us that are older need to step up to the plate and try to help guide somebody through. If you've got somebody that's struggling in whatever way, it ain't a matter of just grow a pair, and get up and go on and do. You don't have to, you can encourage somebody to do. You can be empathetic. You can listen. Oldest kid and I were discussing that this morning. It's the skill of listening. Because a lot of people are very lacking in that.
Yeah, very much so.
And instead of allowing someone to finish their thought, even if they pause, that's not abnormal. And the media is trying to tell us that that's abnormal, that you've got to have this continuous flow of whatever. No. And it's like a lot of people, they're not hearing what the other person says. What they're doing is formulating in their head their response, which they're doing that even before they've heard what the other person has to say. And then they're just waiting for a pause to jump in.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is that a sharing of ideas, or is it just that they're wanting a sounding board?
Both, maybe.
It could be.
It's honestly more than likely a little bit of both. It's honestly hard to say because it just depends on person to person.
Right.
Because it's so subjective, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that that's one of the things with the TikToks and whatever it is that people are so desperate for attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if it comes from strangers. For some of them, it doesn't matter whether it's positive attention or negative attention. It's attention.
Yeah. As long as they're getting attention, that's all that matters to them, really.
And the need to have somebody else validate them instead of them being shown and taught the skills to where they can validate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, be confident within themselves and,
And
who are they as people?
Yeah. And a lot of it they don't know. They're allowing other people to tell them who they are instead of putting forth the work to find out who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a scary thing that's going on right now.
Yeah, very much so.
Should I share the scary thing about my black market antibiotics?
I don't know, the scary thing about today, waking up and hearing the words, Dr. Satan. Dr. Satan. Whoa, Dr. Satan. Repeating in your head the whole fucking morning.
Right. Well, this was my nightmare because where I have had the continuing suds, it goes along with the Dr. Satan. Mm-hmm. Because Dr. Satan is behind a lot of our medical care right now.
Yes.
For real. And one of the reasons that I did not go to my doctor was because of the protocols that they've got going on right now. And so after the stuff lasted a week, and I'm like, this is not good. I probably need to call. And the possibility of developing pneumonia was real for a couple of nights. And I thought, hell, I don't want the pneumonia. What is it you called it? The Pneumonia.
Yeah.
I did not
got
want
that from Foamy the Squirrel.
Yeah,
Pilsy.
I did not want the pneumonia. And so I called the local clinic, which is a nonprofit clinic because welcome to Appalachia. And I'm like, okay, is this what happens, that you have to have the swab? And they're like, yeah. But now we can tell whether it's flu or whether it's COVID. And I said, I am type 1 diabetic. You do understand that if you shove something in my nose, that's going to cause me to have microabrasions, which is going to allow any kind of germ, bacteria, whatever, just to go in there. Not to mention that somebody can actually do damage to somebody's, sinus cavities or whatever if that's done improperly. I said, I'm willing to, with a cotton swab, you can go inside my mouth and take the test. Oh, we don't have that available. I'm like, why not? And so it was a matter of either jump through their hoops or not see the provider.
What was their reasoning as far as why they didn't have the test? The mouth
reasoning
swab test.
behind it, and I may piss a lot of our people off, the reasoning behind it is because the federal government spent billions in these things, which have been proven to be, not reliable. The test results are not reliable. And that who's picking up the bill, because most of the people in this area, they've got Medicaid, Medicare, different things like that. So the taxpayers are footing the bill on this just like they are everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're doing it, because these people get federal funding. That's how they continue to do what they do. And it's like, I wasn't willing to play their games. So it's a matter of, what do? You do what you have to do. And if it's a matter of black market medications, I mean, that was sad, as far as...
And it's not actually black market.
No, actually it is. No shit. It is a matter of, I didn't know how to go onto the dark web to get those things. But when you know a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend, I ended up getting my Z-Pack, which is Zithromax. It's an antibiotic that's used for upper and lower respiratory issues.
I don't know if we should be sharing that over the internet, honestly.
It's all right. They don't know my sources. And when asked, deny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a nightmare. We got all kinds of nightmares going on. If I had ended up in the hospital, that would have been a total fucking nightmare, because I am not a good patient.
Yeah. And it's not like we do that all... Like, that's a once in a how many time?
What?
The Z-Pack. The black market medication.
Never.
Exactly.
I have never had to do that before.
Exactly.
Ever.
So, literally, the one fucking time that we need it, I think we should, get it if we need to.
Yeah. I did what I needed to do, because I did not want to go to the damn hospital. That is one of the best places in the world to catch a disease. Diseases you may not even know exist.
It's literally a petri dish.
Sure it is.
It's a large-ass petri dish.
That and daycares, small children. Yeah, because their immune systems are developing. That's what happens.
If you think about it, any public building is a petri dish.
Well, it can be. But that's how, like I said, that's how the immune system develops. If you don't ever allow yourself to get some kind of a germ or a virus or whatever, your immune system doesn't know how to react to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a nightmare. For me, it was. But it was a matter of, everything I said was logical, reasonable, because I usually don't, when it's something like that, I know what I'm talking about, or I wouldn't be out here. I've already done my research on this stuff.
Yeah, if you got a call from me from jail, yeah. If you got a call from me from jail today, that would have been a nightmare for you.
That would have been a nightmare. And I'd been like, well, honey, I'll send you money to get you a soup.
And slashing a person's tire, that's a weekender.
Oh, no. No. That can go in. That's destruction of property and everything else.
And that's one tire.
It's not like it used to be. Kid was having a really bad day. He did not do anything. And more than likely, he would not have done anything when it really came down to it.
Fucktard decided to park in 4 parking spaces. 4. Like, straight across in them.
He was old and probably over-medicated.
No. I mean, he was old, but... No. Perfectly fine. Just a fucking jackass.
Speaking of nightmares, having your battery pack just all of a sudden go...
Yep.
Just no warning, just done.
Yep. It's dead.
And it's okay.
It died.
It's okay, because we had another one that was slightly charged.
Yeah.
But nightmares. Yeah, everybody's going through nightmares.
Rough day. I made it through them.
Nightmares, night terrors. There's some people that's like, we're in a living nightmare.
We're making it through, though.
Yeah.
We are making it through.
Yeah, because there's been worse times, and people made it through.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if we have to go back to eating possum and groundhog, it's, the food of our forefathers. People that, it was like
go back to
black
hunting.
Market antibiotic. It's a matter, you do what you got to do to get through the situation.
Going hunting.
Yeah. Well, we got that herd of deer, and they need to be thinned out anyhow.
They come on our property. We're allowed to hunt hunt on our property.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to hunt on your property?
Yes.
Okay, so then we're fine. Do you got to turn that in?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then
And some of these unjust laws, my God, they are burdening the people down. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do no. And it's like, Karen, sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's
that's
like,
what we
sit
need
down,
to do.
stay in your lane, mind your own damn business.
Absolutely. So,
anyway, dude at the smoke shop, he drove off. So, in a nutshell, he did not get his tires slashed. I just waited.
and just because you think a thing or even talk about a thing does not mean that you're going to do a thing. You know.
Sometimes you literally just...
It's venting.
All you need to do is just say it, and that's it.
Just vent.
Yeah.
And that we've got this bullshit.
You just need to say it and get it out. That's all.
Right. We've got this Orwellian thing going on right now that it's like, oh, you can't speak that. You can't think that. And that was just, who was it? It was somebody, I can't remember, forgive me there, that I can't remember your name on Odyssey, not Odyssey, BitChute, that had shared a video with me the other day that was about the mind control. Where that they were monitoring people at work to redirect their thoughts.
Yeah, and that's fucked up.
It is. It totally is. And
it's like,
just,
no, you ain't doing that shit.
Right. And also, Paul Joseph Watson had a video that came out today about the thing that we reported about, the AI. Was it the chat bot thing, whatever it was?
Yeah.
And he gave examples. And there was somebody, again, on BitChute that had this amazing, intelligent response about that. We have some of the best viewers in the world. And so y'all might want to hop over there and see what he had to say. But he was explaining about the AI. And those of us who do not know that much about the technology have a tendency to sort of get freaked out. But with the video I watched today...
Don't forget the ones on YouTube.
Oh, I know there are people on YouTube. I said all of them, whether they on Odyssey, whether they on BitChute, whether they on YouTube. We love all of our people that take time to share coffee with us.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how... what is supposed to be this amazing AI with this chat, whatever it was. And when they asked it questions, you could see that it was this woke language. And so it ain't all that they're claiming that it is, which is basically what the guy there on BitChute had said. And one of the comments that was brilliant that I had read, it's like, just stating, so AI is not what they're claiming it is yet.
Yep. They're lying.
Yeah. Yeah. And your brother has said that before, that it is nowhere advanced enough to do some of the dystopian things that some people claim it can do. More fear tactics. More food for the beast. Because that's what it does. It feeds on fear. It feeds on anxiety, on nightmares. Refuse to feed it. Watch some SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch some SpongeBob. Watch some good stuff. Go.
Laugh.
Yes.
Absolutely. Final thoughts, kid. You made it through.
Yeah. It's days like these that it's like, oh God.
Yes, but that's where you have to remember that it doesn't last forever.
I know, but it's those days. It's like, do we really got to go through these all at the like?
No, you usually don't have to go through them all the time, but it certainly in today's world helps to have a positive support system. Somebody that's going to pick you up when you're feeling low. And in that way, you can do that for somebody else when they're having a bad day. Yeah. So that was the final thought.
Yeah.
If you've had experiences with the paranormal and the paranoid, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, nightmares, if you would like to share your nightmares with us, put that in the comment section, or you're always welcome to send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Yes, I'm behind on emails and sometimes on comments because slowly but surely I am defeating the suds.
Yes.
But I ain't totally there yet.
You're good. You good.
Email address, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
I didn't do that, but it's in the description box.
It's in the thing.
Yeah,
it's in the thing with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good... Don't get nightmares.
Drink you some chamomile tea or some catnip tea. Check with your doctor first, but catnip tea can be used to prevent nightmares. There's some essential oils that can do that, but I can't think of them right now.
Okay.
So, simple things. Simple things that you don't need a prescription or a nasal swab to get. Know that you're loved.
You can go to the vape shop and get something.
Yeah, that's true, too. Depending on what country they're in.
That's true.
Because we got people in different countries.
Well, if you live in the U.S., you can do that.
Yeah. So
I think, does it depend on the state now?
No, I don't think so. I think CBD is legal in all 50. Yeah. Again, laws that are unjust laws trying to tell people what to do. It's okay to have a little bit of oppositional defiant disorder. Yes. And we will see you all on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.